Hey, this is Paranormal Girl. I have some breaking news today. An Indian army says they have spotted Yeti's footprints in the Himalayas and they took to Twitter. Today, April 30th, 2019, an Indian army had photographed pictures of the Yeti's footprints out in Nepal. And here is the picture that they posted on Twitter. An Indian army tweeted something very unusual on Monday, claiming it had chanced upon the footprints of a Yeti in the Himalayas. Sharing 4 pictures, the official Twitter handle of the Additional Directorate General of Public Information of the Indian Army tweeted that an Indian Army mountaineering expedition team had sighted mysterious footprints of a Yeti measuring 32 by 15 inches near Makalu Base Camp. And here is a pic. This is the original tweet here. And here are the other pictures that they had actually photographed. So I've zoomed in on some of the photographs. Here is the army here. The Indian Army Mountaineering Expedition. And here are the photographs that they took. Now, this does actually suspiciously look like a normal footprint, but we haven't got anything to determine what the size of this print is because they haven't put a pickaxe down, so we can't say for sure how large these prints are. There's another lot of tracks here. These are quite wide apart, to be honest, and a couple of tracks here. And there is another photograph. Now, if you look carefully along here, whatever walked along the snow took very large, long strides. It's very, very possible it could have been the Yeti. So let's take a look at the story and the myth behind the Yeti. The mythical Yeti is a mysterious and unknown creature that has long inhabited the remote and mostly uninhabited Himalayan mountains, including Mount Everest in Central Asia, including Nepal, Tibet, China, and southern Russia. This almost supernatural and legendary being is an erect bipedal animal that is over 6 feet tall, weighs between 200 and 400 pounds, and is covered with red to grey hair, makes a whistling sound and has a bad smell, and is usually nocturnal and secretive. So what are the Yetis of mythological figures? The Yeti has long been revered figure in the Himalayan mythology that predates Buddhism. Yes, predates Buddhism. The various people inhabiting Tibet and Nepal in the heart of the lofty range, which includes Mount Everest, the world's highest mountain, do not see the Yeti as a proto-human type of creature, but instead a man-like animal that seems to exist with supernatural powers. So where has he been all these years? Where is he hiding? And why do we not get photographs today of the Yeti? Is he so secretive about his hiding places from man, just like Sasquatch? Or is he just a clever, evolved creature that have managed to stay away from humans all these years? The Yeti comes and goes like a hairy ghost, just showing up rather than being found by tracking. Yes, people have tried to track the Yeti, but have never managed to find him. He's always managed to escape from human eyes. He's also been known to kidnap young women, and he's taken them back to the cave to rear children, throwing stones at humans. Other names for the Yeti reflect in its mythological character. The Tibetan word Yeti is a compound word that roughly translates a bear of a rocky place, while another Tibetan name, Misha, means man bear. The Sherpas call him Zu Te, translated cattle bear, and is sometimes used to refer to the Himalayan brown bear. Bunmanchi is a Nepali word for jungle man. And other names include Kang Admi or snowman, which is sometimes combined with Meto Kangmai or man bear snowman. Many modern Yeti researchers, including the great mountaineer Reinhold Messner, feel that Yetis are actually born that sometimes walk upright. So let's have a look at the 1st century AD Pliny and Elder's account of the Yeti. The Yeti's existence has long been known by Sherpas and other Himalayan inhabitants who observed the mysterious creature for thousands of years, including an account by Pliny the Elder, a Roman traveller who wrote in natural history in the 1st century AD. Among the mountainous districts of the eastern parts of India, we find the satyr, an animal of extraordinary swiftness. These go sometimes on 4 feet and sometimes walk erect, and they have also the features of a human being. On account of their swiftness, these creatures are never to be caught, except when they are either aged or sickly. These people screech in a frightful manner. Their bodies are covered with hair, their eyes are of sea green colour, and their teeth are like those of a dog. In 1832, first Yeti reports to the Western world. The legend of the Yeti was first reported to the Western world in 1832 in the Journal of Asiatic Society in Bengal by a British explorer, B.H. Hodgson, who said his guides had previously spotted a hairy bipedal ape in the high mountains. Hodgson believed that the red-haired creature was an orangutan. In 1899, first recorded Yeti footprints. The first recorded Yeti footprints, still the most common evidence of the Yeti's existence, was in 1899 by Lawrence Waddell. He reported in his book, Among the Himalayas, that the footprints were left by a large, upright hominid. Waddell was, like Hodgson, skeptical of the stories of the mysterious ape man after talking to locals who had not actually seen a Yeti, but had heard stories of them. Waddell figures that the tracks were left by a bear. If it was a bear, it must have been a pretty big bear. First details Yetis report in 1925. N.A. Tombazi, a Greek photographer of a British expedition to the Himalayas, made one of the first detailed reports about the Yeti in 1925 after observing one on the mountainside at 15,000 feet. Tombazi later recounted what he saw. Unquestionably, the figure in outline was exactly like a human being, walking upright and stopping occasionally to uproot or pull at some dwarf rhododendron bushes. It showed up dark against the snow, and as far as I could make out, wore no clothes. The Yeti disappeared before he could take a photograph, but later Tombazi stopped while descending and saw 15 footprints in the snow that were 16 to 24 inches apart. He wrote about the prints. They are similar in shape to those of a man, but only 6 to 7 inches long by 4 inches wide at the broadest part of the foot. The marks of 5 distinct toes and the instep were perfectly clear, but the trace of the heel was indistinct. Yeti sightings and signs in the 20th century. From the 1920s through to the 50s, there has been a lot of interest in both climbing the great Himalayan peaks, including 14 8,000-meter peaks, as well as trying to find evidence of the Yeti. Many great Himalayan climbers saw Yetis, including Eric Shipton, Sir Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay, on the first ascent of Mount Everest in 1953. British climber Don Willens of the Annapurna and the great alpinist Reinhold Messner. And Messner first saw a Yeti in 1986. as well as latter sightings. Mesner later wrote the book My Quest for the Yeti in 1998 about his Yeti encounters, explorations, and thoughts on the elusive Yeti. So where is he now? Wouldn't it be interesting if an actual expedition could be sent out to find the Yeti? Or maybe he should stay hidden. Do we really want to find out the truth? Do we actually want to find out where he is? Because if we do find out where he is, there's going to be a lot of people flocking out there to see if they can hunt him down, which wouldn't be very nice, would it? So what's your thoughts on the Yeti? Let me know in the comments below. And if you actually have any other Yeti stories for me to tell, let me know in the comments. Thank you.